What's up everyone, and welcome in to our next video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is actually going to be about my never-ending content story. So we're going to touch base on when we began, but we're going to look forward to the future as well. So I hope you guys are ready for this ride. Our content creation journey began back in 2020, right at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, with a hope and a dream that I can kind of use content creation as a way to kind of step outside of a comfort zone. And I've mentioned this in my introduction. I was diagnosed at an early age with Asperger's syndrome, which is now known as autism spectrum disorder. So I'm a bit odd when it comes to talking to people and getting to know people face to face. This has really proven to be a bit of a challenge in my life, especially through school, and kind of, I guess, made me the outlier in a lot of situations when it came to school. I had been watching a lot of bigger names in the streaming community for a little while around the time that I decided to do this, and kept thinking, man, it would be pretty cool to be able to do this myself. So I wanted to give it a shot. I started off with this basic little laptop. It was nothing special, a HP workstation laptop, one of those ones that you can kind of flip in half into a big tablet, and monitor. I didn't really have a whole lot, and realistically it wasn't the most ideal situation to be in to get started in content. I created my Steam account around this time, and I decided to invest in something known as Terraria. Some of you guys may know what Terraria is. It's kind of an old school version of Minecraft. You're crafting, you're harvesting, you're doing everything that you can to build. And this was kind of fun to me at the time. I didn't know anything about OBS at this time. I didn't know anything about how to set up a stream to go straight to Twitch that way. So I did some research and found Facebook Live. You could kind of just go live from your computer and screen share it or whatever, and it worked that way. And I mean, it worked for the longest. I was able to actually create content this way, but nobody was really watching because I was a new face on the map. After a while, I didn't really see any kind of fruit coming from Terraria on Facebook Live, so I did a little more research because I know all the big dogs were on Twitch at the time. So I thought, why can't I be on Twitch? What can I do to get on Twitch? After a little bit of research, I found this app known as Omelette Arcade, and some guys may know about this. I'm sure many don't though. Omelette Arcade was a paid service that you could use to multi-stream to multiple different platforms at one time, although I focused on Twitch primarily. I found myself with an interest in Fortnite at this time, so I wanted to try and figure out a way to utilize Omelette Arcade to stream Fortnite, although it was only on my consoles and that laptop was not running it. Let's be honest here. So I picked my brain a little bit, I did a little research, and I found, okay, I can use my phone with Omelette Arcade to be able to capture the gameplay by pointing my phone's camera at the TV screen where the game is playing from my console, and I can use the webcam from the laptop by pairing the app on the phone to the app on the laptop and be able to capture my face this way. And it worked. It did not look very good, by all means it did not, but it worked very, very well, and it got me started. A bit of time went on with me streaming like this, and I found myself thinking that it's not really the most conventional way to go about doing this. So I did some research on Amazon for a capture card, and it was not an Elgato, no, heavens no. It was some cheap brand, and I think I actually still have it somewhere, funny enough. Where did I put that thing? Here it is. Some cheapo capture card. 4K HD audio and video capture with loop. Fox Novo. Some brand that I had never heard of and still really don't know about these days. I used that to plug into my laptop with the USB in, and I would run an HDMI from capture card, or from the console to the capture card, and from the capture card to my monitor. And that pass-through worked. It actually gave me the ability to stream Fortnite, and I actually did this for about, I think, 6 months or so, just continuously streaming this way, and gained a bit of a following. I attracted a couple people who didn't seem to want to do anything but troll me a good couple times, but I kept pushing through and found myself farther in this journey than I ever thought I would actually make it. There were actually people that wanted to tune in and make sure that they did not miss a stream. They watched me, they chatted with me, I actually got to open up a bit, which was the original mission of me starting to stream anyway. From 2020 to 2021, I found myself in a very interesting predicament where I got tired of Fortnite. So I started looking to my Switch. What games can I stream on Twitch from my Switch that people would like? The answer instantly dawned on me pretty quick. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Who doesn't like watching Smash Bros? It's fun. It's hilarious to see sometimes too. There's a lot of funny moments in these matches. My following and viewing actually started growing even more once I got into Smash Bros. And this actually opened the door for me to get more into variety, where I was playing a bunch of different things. So I would cycle from Fortnite to Smash to Pokemon games, you name it, I was doing it. From 2022 to 2023, I found myself continuing as a variety streamer, playing all sorts of games, finding more viewers, finding more friends in this realm that I did not even know existed prior to 2020. The growth I saw was immeasurable, and the growth in myself was immeasurable. I found myself becoming a completely different person, becoming shaped into what I am now, and I can't be more thankful than I am, because this is the greatest thing that I've ever done for myself. During the same time frame, I found TikTok and started just posting anything that I could that really just came to mind, and a lot of it didn't really make any sense. A lot of it was just some oddball one-shot videos that didn't gain any traction. But it did start growing a following there and opened me up to an even bigger side of content creation. I continued with TikTok on through 2023 and even started experimenting with YouTube at the time. I created Smash Bros. Montages. I started posting shorts, but then Nuzlocke. Pokemon Nuzlocke became a thing for me. I started doing Pokemon Nuzlocke all throughout 2022 and 2023, and that gained a lot of traction in itself, because who doesn't like seeing something randomized? You don't know what you're gonna get. You're reaching into a bag of tacks and you might find a nail type scenario. As the Nuzlocke really started to gain traction, I actually started a new job where I met my previous coworker. This man introduced me to fighting games, but on a whole new level. Every day we're at work, I'd see him on his gaming laptop playing this one fighting game, and I could never figure out what it was. It looked so good, so one day I finally approached him and I'm like, dude, what is this? Why does it look this good? And how do I play it? Can I play it with you? He quickly answered these questions for me without hesitation. This game is Guilty Gear Strive. It's a 2D anime fighter that's really starting to take off. It just released, but it's based on an older franchise that has been around for a while by the developers Arc System Works. Dude, do you have another controller? Like, let's play it right now. And he just looked at me and kind of smirked and said, I thought you'd never ask. And that's where we are now really began. All the way through 2023, after I was introduced to this game, I started dabbling in the fighting game community and getting deeper and deeper into it, learning the language, learning the actual process to playing a fighting game properly. As I continued playing this game, I ended up grabbing the attention of a specific set of people that I didn't think I would ever gain the attention of. Enter my partners at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy posted to X, formerly known as Twitter, about a partner run, a contest to see who can get selected to be a partner with them. And I didn't think I'd have what it takes, but I still shot my shot. We went through rigorous challenges, kind of similar to what we're doing in RespawnRecruits, to try and maintain our positions and reach that final spot of the top 30. We were known as the Glitch 30. As I started my journey with Glitch Energy, I continued my fighting game community journey as well, and really started making a fighting game community career out of this. I ended up catching the attention of some specific homies of mine who said, hey, my buddy's a manager on this fighting game team. I've really watched you improve over this time, and I think you're ready to compete on a different level. I reached out to this manager on this fighting game team just to test the waters and see where it goes. And he asked me to create a video just explaining who I am, where I'm from, what I do, and why I think I should be a part of their team. And so I did, and I'm thankful I did, because it actually got me a spot within that team. I'm no longer with that team, but they were my first ever fighting game team, so they will always hold a special place in my heart. Right after signing with them, I started throwing myself at just random tournaments that I could find, with my first one being Rise and Grind out in Waco, Texas. I didn't make it very far, I drowned in pools, but it was an experience for my first tournament. Nerves were definitely high, but the experience was so euphoric that I would not change it for the world. Under the name of X Element, I went to multiple events. We went to DreamHack in Atlanta. We went to TNS in Orlando. We went to CEO in Daytona Beach. All of these big name tournaments that somebody small like me should not really be stepping into. Months went by after I left the team, and eventually I ended up signing to another team, known as Team GoGo. I am a part of their FGC team now as their resident Nagoriyuki player. I have not been to an event under their name yet, but I intend to go this year for sure. So here we are now in present day. I'm still continuing my fighting game career, and I intend to as long as I have the drive for fighting games and content creation together. From 2020 to 2025, there have been a lot of major changes in my content creation journey. From literally starting it on the founding basis of making myself more social, all the way to now becoming a competitive monster in the fighting game scene. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a basic breakdown of me back then all the way to now and plans for the future. Something simple, but something sweet. I will see you guys in the next one, but until then, take care.